Hey people, today's video is about the hypocrisy of the LGBT pride organizers, and man, I want you to be able to see my face because I'm fucking pissed off. Sorry for the language. It's been made known that the police this year in 2018 will not be allowed to march in uniform in the parade. Now, some people might say that's not a big deal, but to me that is a huge frickin' deal, okay? We rely on our relationship with the police. The LGBT community rely on our relationship with the police to be a good one, okay? And the only place that I know of where it was really bad was Toronto, okay? And cops used to sit there and lay bets on which one of us was going to end up dead and in the morgue that night, okay, while they watched other people beat on gay people or trans people or whatever. So be it. And back then we had to fight. We had to fight back, and we had to, but we didn't get anywhere because the police weren't on our side. Okay, they hated gays, they hated trans people, and drag queens, and the whole shebang of us. Okay, and that ruined the relationship of the LGBT community and the police. But that doesn't go for the rest of Ontario. The London, Ontario police, in the last 2 years that I have been at their parades in London, okay, the pride parades, have shown the utmost respect and the utmost enthusiasm in marching with us, showing their banner, marching proud. They get their little police cars and stuff that they drive around, and they were always smiling and waving, and they were happy to be a part of it. And now this year they're being excluded unless they just want to march as themselves with no uniforms on. Okay, I will not be attending this year's Pride Parade. I am disgusted. The whole reason this happened is because Black Lives Matter, yes, the people who claim to fight for black rights, have interjected themselves here in Canada, okay, into our pride parades. And not only do they probably not even have one gay member, they don't march in our parades, they're not a part of our parades, yet they want to dictate our parades, okay? And I will not be a part of that. It's hypocrisy. It's total hypocrisy. I have nothing against them. If they want to battle black rights and black problems, that's what they're fucking supposed to do. They have nothing to do with the LGBT community. And they did not have a float in any of the parades that I saw. They were not a part of the, other than making threats before the parades, they were not a part of our parades, okay? Now, the police have been told, again, not to march in uniforms, and they're disappointed by that, and I agree with that. But a lot of people are very upset by that, okay? And I don't just mean gay people, I mean straight people too, who went to support the parades. And a lot of us are not going this year, okay? And simply because, and I hope the corporate and businesses pull out of it too. I hope the parade flops, because this Andrew Rosser person who runs it is a total moron. He has sided with the Black Lives Matter, who have nothing to do with the gay community, okay? They support pedophiles. I don't want to be in part of any fucking group who supports pedophiles, okay? Sorry. But they disgust me, and I think they should be shot and killed. But to interject themselves into the gay community and dictate our pride parades is beyond me. I'm livid, okay? I'm pissed. I helped fight. I spent 40 years getting into fights in the streets, in the bars, getting into arguments with people when it was not popular to support gay people, okay? I was supporting gay people. I could not come out and tell people I was trans, but it didn't matter if I was straight, trans, gay, or whatever. I was supporting them, okay? And I stood up for them. And I got in fist fights. I got my ass kicked a few times, and I kicked ass a few times. But the point was, there shouldn't have had to have been fights. There should be no problem with gay people having their parades or being around. Like, what? Are you going to stop them from being around by not liking them or by beating a few of them up? No. That's not how it works. Nowadays, now I'm finding a lot more acceptance in the community with the gays, and yet still we're being shrouded by these George Soros paid disruptors called Black Lives Matter. And now Antifa's starting to show their face here, okay? More George Soros, Nazi collaborator George Soros funded organizations meant merely to disrupt society. They have no other purpose, okay? I've never once seen Black Lives Matter fight for black lives, okay? And they won't acknowledge that 90% of the black deaths are caused by other blacks. Not police, not white people, by fucking other black people. But they won't acknowledge that, okay? They just got their fucking face in every fucking pie so they can get their name out there, so George Soros will give them more money, okay? And that's all it's all about. I will not, if I have to disavow myself from the LGBT community, period, I will no longer support them. And I will support individual people. I'm not taking it out on the whole gay community or the trans community or the, any of us. But to be a part of large groups, it has to be a unison and it has to be in unity. And I'm not in unity with Black Lives Matter. And I'm sorry, I have no affiliation, and they have no affiliation with me. They're not gay. None of them march in the parades, like I said. So why are they dictating our parades? Because Andrew Rosser is a little pussy, okay? He totally caved, told the police they cannot march in uniform. They have shown their disappointment with that. And I'm beyond disappointed. I'm livid, because I really wanted to go to the parade this year. I really wanted to film it, and there's a lot of good things to see in the parades. And now I can't do that because of these assholes. And Andrew Rosser, the pussy, okay? Who should not even be organizing pride parades if he's letting himself be dictated to by people who have nothing to do with our organization group, whatever you want to call it, our sect of people. And for that, I'm very angry, beyond angry. Even the police here in St. Thomas, Ontario are very, very anti-LGBT and anti-trans, okay? They will not protect us. They will not lift a finger to do anything for us. They'd sit there and watch us get pounded and then just clean up the mess afterwards. They could give a flying fuck. But London police did give a fuck and still do give a fuck. Even though they're being told they can't march in uniform, they're still going to march anyway out of uniform, and that saddens me. I think what they should do is turn around and charge cash for every police officer that has to block a road or anyone who's involved in the production of the parade. They should have to pay those police, and maybe after they pay a $500,000 fucking bill for the police to monitor parades and close off streets and do all that they do for us so we can march, they should have to pay for that. I think Andrew Rosser should have to pay for that. Not the LGBT community, but Andrew Rosser personally, okay? I wrote him a letter. I posted it on my Facebook. I posted it on the site. I'm going to leave my Facebook link in the comment in the credits below. And you can go to my site and read my letter that I wrote. It's very, very... well, it's me, okay? It's how I write and it's how I feel, and I always write what I feel. So basically, I am just shocked at the hypocrisy of it all, and it just makes me hate Black Lives Matter even more. I was never a fan of theirs to begin with, because I know they don't really give a shit about black issues or black people. They only give a shit about disrupting, okay? That's what they're paid to do. And they're too blind to even see it. And even if they do see it, they're still doing it, which means they're corrupted, okay? They're not a legitimate black organization. So, basically, that's where I stand on the pride parades. As far as letting, I don't think the Toronto police relationship with the Toronto LGBT community should affect the whole rest of Ontario. Okay, there's a lot of police in Ontario who support us, and we should embrace that, and they should be included. The whole LGBT community is about inclusion, okay, about everyone being included, okay, but yet they're turning around and excluding major players in our in our parades, who are the police. And I'm fuming. I'm so fuming, I'm surprised you can't see smoke coming out of my ears. I'm pissed and hurt that this pussy, Andrew Rosser, would cave and do this. This is like, he's totally setting our community back in time. He's retarding our community back to a time where there's constant problems. We were just out of that, okay? We had defeated that, and now I almost think he is following an agenda of his own and doing this. Like I said, you can read my letter for yourself, see what you think. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers, and have a great day, people. Bye.